Hey everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video we'll be continuing through our Blokees Wheels, specifically the Transformers thing. A bit of a collection unboxing, time lapse and review with a third blind box from the collection from what would be a few weeks ago from now. So previously we started the 01 rollout collection. We opened Megatron on the first opening, followed by Prowl. So for this third box, who knows? Could be anyone, with the exception of Prowl and Megatron. Anyway, one of the front of the box, front faces of the box. So we just have that. Then we have another shot of Optimus in his vehicle mode. So we also have the little breakdown of what's in the collection. So we've seen this box a few times now. Once you've seen it once, you've pretty much seen it 12 times over. Box hasn't really changed. So I do quite like these boxes. It's nice that they keep it generic. But obviously being a blind box, you have no visual indication of who is in here. Well, other than this, but that's just the breakdown of the collection. So with the box done, I'm going to open this and then I guess we'll go through the phase of finding out who was actually in this box. Okay, with everything out of almost everything out of the box, so we have the typical Blokees roll plastic bag, which has all the parts in it, which at this point in time I still have no idea who it is. And then we have some stuff in here. Now I may have caught a really quick glimpse of who is in here, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. I think it might be Dragstrip. I think. And this is why I prefer not to try and peek into that box too early, because it ruins the idea of who is in there. So just putting that to the side. So if we do all this... Oh, it's not Dragstrip. It is Swindle. Yes, Swindle. So Swindle is definitely one of the options in here. So if we take everything out, so goodbye box. So obviously we have that. Please do not eat that. And yes, we do have a card for Swindle. So there we go. So with Swindle now pretty much unboxed, I'll just organize these pieces a little bit more and then it'll be straight into the time lapse. Okay, with the time lapse now over, here we have the completed Swindle. Nice to have the first of one of the Decepticons. Whether we get all 5 Decepticons, of course we are. No, I take that back. We've got the Combaticons in a different series. Whether we get all 5 of them within this wheel series remains to be seen, but time will tell. So, now that we've completed Swindle, everything is pretty much as is from the box. So we do have a little card which we've looked at. So there's the front of the card, so it's a nice image of the actual Swindle vehicle, and then just the 2D blueprints as well as some of the stats line for Swindle regarding his HP, attack, speed and intelligence. And on the back is obviously the instructions, which, you know, they're easy to follow, relatively intuitive, but as I always say, I'm not a huge fan of the actual size formatting for them. But hey, it's a blind box, you want to try and keep things relatively compact, so it is what it is. So there's that. Now, Swindle. So Swindle from the top, side, the bottom, and I do like how there actually is detailing here. The other side, from I guess the top again from the other side, the back and the front. So overall, definitely looking really, really cool. He does have a little bit of heft thanks to this coloured metal piece, so it is very much in that oh gosh, what would you call that colour? Ochre colour, I guess, with the hood in that nice purple, with the Decepticon logo there as well. And of course he has his little blaster as a turret on his back as well. So in terms of what this little vehicle can do, so each of these wheels will move. The tires are plastic, they're not rubberized, so which is good and bad. But obviously with the wheels freely moving, Swindle can move forward and back with relative ease. The spare tire on the back, whilst it can obviously move, it's just purely that, it's just a spare tire. And then his turret here, so it is able to spin around as well. So he has a nice 360 shooting arc there. It can only spin around, it can't move up or down unfortunately. And speaking of moving up and down, the forward window, if you really wanted to, it can fold down and then just pop back up. Now the way that it's been engineered, it actually will lock in, well I don't want to say lock into place, it's not really locked in, but there's a piece of plastic there as part of the middle of the window that will pretty much prevent it from spilling backwards. Now, while we're at it, the interior does have some nice detailing there as well, so full-on steering wheel, the 2 chairs, not that the chairs are coming up very nicely, and a bit of a front panel as well, so it's nice that even at this scale there's some nice detailing there. We do have some additional colour apps here on the very front in the way of the headlights. The grey hubcaps, well the silver hubcaps that we're getting used to seeing as well. And that's pretty much it. So that's all the colours really for Swindle, but I'd say his ochre colour is definitely that very prominent and very distinguishable colour for Swindle. So that is a completed Swindle. Now, Swindle compared to some of the others. So last week we did open Prowl. So there is Swindle and Prowl together. So if I can just put the 2 together, so that's actually not too bad. So a very different aesthetic between Prowl and Swindle. Swindle has very much taken on his original G1 aesthetic, where Prowl is probably taking, I would dare say, the IDW vehicle aesthetic. Once again, I haven't checked, so I'm speculating it's IDW, so I'm happy for a correction if that is not an IDW Prowl. So that was Prowl. Now I guess from a Decepticon side, we'd probably want to compare Swindle against Megatron. And that's a very interesting stark difference between a G1 Swindle and a IDW Megatron. I mean, obviously just from a length profile alone, Megatron is significantly longer, and that's not even factoring in his actual turret, which gives him even more length. But it's also very interesting just looking at it, because Swindle is obviously that navy Army, no, Army, not Navy, Army-based vehicle, while Megatron is definitely some degree of tank. Cybertronian, maybe, possibly. Definitely not contemporary Earth-based, but there you have it. So that is Swindle against Megatron. And then, just for a little bit more of a G1-centric type throwback, in a way, Swindle and Optimus. And just for giggles, Swindle and the G1 trailer. So obviously you can see there is a decent size discrepancy there. Now I'm going to assume, if we just take out Roller there, what is Swindle compared to Roller? Not bad, not bad. Roller of course will be small. Will Swindle be able to fit in here? The answer will be yes, but you will need to take off his turret there. So Swindle will definitely happily fit in the G1 trailer with no issues. So you can roll on out quite nicely from that. So that is a very cool little feature. Now, obviously Swindle being Swindle, he wouldn't do that too often, but I do believe Hound is part of the Wave 1, Collection 1. So no doubt Hound would potentially be someone who would possibly ride around in the back of Prime's trailer. So there we have it. Why Prime would do a full-on L shape with this trailer, I have no idea, but he is now. So that's pretty much Swindle compared to some of the previous Blokees Wheels. Obviously these two are part of the collection. Prime was his own unique release, although there is still a version of Optimus within this collection at some point. Final thoughts about Swindle. For what he is as a one little 64 vehicle replica, the detailing is quite nice. The colors, the base colors are there without going into like very intricate detailing. I mean, the main color here is obviously that ochre for his actual Jeep, so that is very nice. The purple here on the front, and even his visor or window does have a purple tint to it as well, so that's very cool. So overall, I think they've been quite good in recreating the Swindle G1 aesthetic and look. Very, very cool. And as I said earlier in the video, I do hope they try and do the other Combaticons. I don't know how. I mean, Onslaught will probably be the weirdest one, but who knows? I do know, I think it's the, I can't remember which model line it is, but one of them obviously has the full Combaticons, which also can combine. So overall, visually, Swindle looks good. Obviously his little playability features are nice as well. You wouldn't expect too much for a little vehicle like this. The downsides of it, I mean, it's a non-transformable vehicle, so on the presumption you can get that out of the way. That's not a huge issue. Limited playability, but once again, it's just more of a focus on the vehicular look and feel of the character, not so much the robot and the transformation novelty. The only real critique, and this comes up every single time, is just the sizing of the instructions. It's nice that they are in this little card here just for the sake of going into the box, but obviously the sizing can be a little bit off-putting because it is some very intricate, well, I don't want to say intricate, but downsized instructions. But after a while, we do tend to get used to them, so I'm hoping by the time I get halfway through this collection, it'll be much more intuitive. I'll keep saying that it's weird, but that's okay. So overall, I'm happy with Swindle. That's pretty much going to be the end of the unboxing, time-lapse, and review from the 01 Rollout collection, with the third one now being Swindle. So that's 3 of the 12 done, and 9 more still remain. Now obviously we know who they are based on this, it's just I don't know who's coming at whatever time because I'm just literally picking a box and running with it. So yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I'm doing. And yes, we do have a version of Hound there as well, and he will have an actual slightly different mounted weapon as well, so that'll be very cool to do a comparison when the time comes. So I do look forward to that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching the video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. It does help support the channel, and I do appreciate it. Extra content can be found on my Instagram, as well as the YouTube community tab. Granted, both of them are a little bit empty at the moment in terms of recent content, just because timing hasn't been too great. With that being said, stay safe and take care, and I'll catch you all in a future video, whether it's the blind box number 4 from this collection or something else on the channel. See ya.